Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Game Key podcast. We're going to go through a bit of our favorite news, catch up on things that have been happening, go through next week's releases, and just everything gaming related, really. I'm Winfeld. This is Killian. Say hi, Killian.
Hello.
And what have you been up to? What have you been playing?
I didn't play much this week because I wasn't home most of the time. My PC wasn't ready.
Last time I
But
heard, your graphics card was broken or something.
yeah, I got it back from the supplier where I sent it. It wasn't broken. They didn't say anything. I talked with the support a bit more, and they said, yeah, the 40 series, there's sometimes problems with the sensory pins of the which go into the graphic card. And I just need to bend my cable in a different way. I bent it different and it worked without any problems. That's
Wow.
so sad.
I
Yes.
mean, that's something, isn't it?
Yeah, it's. I loved it. 3 weeks without a PC, it was beautiful. Loved it. Just for a cable band.
What card do you have?
What?
What card do you have?
A 4070 Ti.
In your Porsche. I mean, I'm still on the 30 series.
Yeah, I think last year I bought a new PC for €2,000, I think. But it should last for a few years, please.
Yeah, you'd hope so, wouldn't you? You'd hope so.
Yeah.
Right, let's jump into this gaming news. So first up, what have we got? We have we have the top releases of the week, and there's some pretty good ones out there, to be honest with you. Some pretty impressive ones. So I mean, first up, we have we have Avowed, of course, that came out on the 18th? It came out 18th of February. Massive game, of course, and you know, the thing about Avowed is that, well, it's Obsidian, back to their best. And it's a, first person role playing game, bit more exploration. I mean, the reviews have been pretty positive for it so far. You're set in living lands, a mysterious island filled with adventure and danger. And of course, it's going to be narrative driven. It's Obsidian. But yeah, I mean, this came out on the 18th. And to be honest with you, yeah, it looks all right. I don't know if you've seen any of it, Killian. What do you think about it?
I've seen a bit of the gameplay. I think it would look good. Not much, but I think if the game would have a co-op, it would be amazing and I would play it. But I'm not motivated enough to play it alone.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean.
But it looks very good, the gameplay.
Yeah,
in general.
It's just the genre trying to get back to its best, and I think Obsidian have been a long time coming. You know, it's I played what was the last one? The space one they had. Outer Worlds, was it? That was pretty good. I think that's what it's called, if I remember rightly. Yeah, it's just Obsidian trying to get back together. And then after Avowed, we also have Lost Records, Bloom, and Rage.
Yeah, a new narrative game from the Life is Strange creators. It's a story game, and it has 2 parts. Right now we can play the Bloom. It will release in 2 volumes. I think the next volume will release in a few months.
Yeah, it's set in 2 parts. It's 2 timelines, isn't it? I think it's one in the 90s, and then one present day teenagers who, I don't know, come across a secret or do something bad, and then they work out in tape 2. But yeah, it's from the same people that did Life is Strange, so many choices to do and lots of different things to explore. I mean, if you like narrative driven, multiple choices with multiple endings, game for you. And then next up was Cabinet. I think that's what it's called. Cabinet. I think that's how you say it. 2D narrative RPG set in 19th century Eastern Europe. This is one where you're going to be exploring different characters, getting to know them better, jumping into lots of mysteries, and just having a bit of fun. It's like a point and click adventure. And yeah, I kind of like these games. They're nice and chill. Stay away from PvP. Just explore a new world and yeah, get to know your surroundings.
Yeah. And you play a demo of the game right now for free on Steam, and it's about vampires, a young vampire lady, and her life with all the difficulties she has.
Yeah. And last up, Like a Dragon Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii. My favorite thing about the Yakuza games or Like a Dragon games, is their titles are ridiculously long.
Yeah.
Like, they're unnecessarily long. I played a couple of the Yakuza games and not played any Like a Dragon ones, but the Yakuza ones, very fast paced, beat 'em ups, brawlers, that sort of thing. Button smashes, you just ground your enemies into the dirt and just beat on them as much as possible. And I don't think this is any different, except you're on a pirate ship and you're a pirate captain.
Yeah, you're a pirate in modern society, so they have weapons. You fight with your swords, beat them up. It's fun gameplay. Yeah.
And lots of mini games,
Lots of mini games, lots of action.
You all know what to expect from the Like a Dragon games. But they're the games out this week. It was Avowed, Lost Records, Blooming Rage, Cabinet, and Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii. Yeah, check them out. And that leads us into the major gaming news of the week. And there's quite a lot to get through. There's quite a lot to get through. And we're going to start with Rainbow Six Siege X, officially announced by Ubisoft. And I am excited for this. I was playing Rainbow Six the day it came out. I do remember that. It was a good time. And Rainbow Six Siege X, rather than a sequel, because Ubisoft has always maintained that it was going to last 10 years, Rainbow Six. And it is the 10th year, I believe, this year. It's about to hit its 10th anniversary. So they've announced Rainbow Six Siege X. And rather than a sequel, they've gone with a massive overhaul of the game. So it's going to be an update. Imagine you're not going to have to spend any money on it. It'll be interesting where it goes because it's got a lot of operators. Whether they're going to change the mechanics. You'd expect improved graphics, maybe different maps. I don't know. I have no idea what they got planned, and we won't know until they do the full reveal on March 13th. That's March 13th, and you'll be able to watch that on the official Ubisoft Twitch and YouTube channels. But yeah, potential new features that people are talking about, more dynamic destruction. Of course, Siege has pretty good destruction to begin with. How will that affect tactical gameplay? And how will that affect strategies as well? And people expect new game modes too. I don't know whether that'll happen. Siege is all about the planning the bomb and defusing.
Yeah.
But we'll see. But I think they do need to do something because I think Siege at the moment, I wouldn't call it still. I do think it's the best shooter on the market. But it definitely needs some sort of update or refreshing to get players back on side. But yeah, we'll see what that. And that's March 13th. Rainbow Six Siege X. Keep an eye out.
Then next we have Atomfall, the trailer for the game. Atomfall is a post-apocalyptic action-adventure game which is set in England in 1962. It's from Rebellion, and it's in England with an alternative timeline. There was a big war. It's much inspired by games like Fallout or Bioshock. It's an open-world game full of mysteries and dangers around the Lake District. So the main character suffers from amnesia, and you are in the world without any knowledge, and you have to fight many enemies, much action. And the game will release on March 22nd for PS5, PC, PS4, Xbox Series, Xbox One. And yeah, if you're interested, look at the new trailer, which was all the features of the game. It looks pretty amazing.
It looks quite good. I mean, of course, Rebellion did the Sniper Elite games. So I think that's what you're kind of going in for in terms of shooting mechanics and first-person action. That'd be good. So, they got previews of good games. And it is scheduled for the end of March, which is over a month away. Yeah, keep an eye on that. And that brings us into Level 0 Extraction, which has been abandoned by its developers just 2 weeks after its full launch. I mean, so many games being abandoned, or especially live service games. So many developers cutting staff. I just don't know how you can justify abandoning your game after just 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And the most remarkable thing about this is that they've started their new game, which to me is just phenomenal. You can't announce that you're abandoning a game, and then moving on to a different co-op title, hoping to take the lessons you learned in this one to your next game. For me, that's incredible that they've done that.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, I agree.
Why should I play a game or buy a game where there's a risk that it will be down after 2 weeks? 2 weeks? That's amazing.
2 weeks. I know it was an early access from last August, but they released it a couple of weeks ago. Then they've abandoned it. Then they've announced that they're going on to a new game, which Honestly, I don't know how you justify it. I really don't. But yeah, I mean, we'll see if they've learned any lessons. I mean, hopefully they. I don't know. I've not played Level Zero or Extraction. Um, the Extraction genre at the moment is just full of games. It's probably
Yeah.
oversaturated. You know, everyone's trying to be the next Escape from Tarkov. Like everyone was battle royales, everyone had to be the next PUBG or Fortnite. Wants to be an Extraction game right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can still play it though. The servers are online. It's probably really cheap now because it's going to get no more new content. So if you've got friends to play with, then sure, jump in. Why not? It's going to be cheap to play and cheap to jump into with your friends. But other than that, whether you keep an eye on this developer's next game, it's up to you. But yeah, I don't think players will be forgetting what's just happened with Level Zero Extraction anytime soon. And for me, the developer should be a little bit embarrassed.
Yeah. Sure.
Next one, Dead by Daylight Initiative. Look, I love Dead by Daylight. Well, I used to love it. I played it a lot. Played it every day for like 2-3 years. I streamed it every day for about 2-3 years. I streamed it for like 6 hours a day.
That's
So
much.
yeah, I have taken a break. I didn't play it at all last year because I needed a break from it. I went back to it a couple of weeks ago, checked it out. It's not changed much. However, the Dead by Daylight Quality of Life Initiative begins in April 2025. It comes in 2 parts. April to June, they're going to be looking at anti-slugging gamma settings, which is much needed because, as you know, if you've played the game, you can't actually change the brightness in the game or any of its visual settings. And of course, for people who struggle to see or have poor vision, that's not great. But it is a horror game, so I understand why they've done that. But they're introducing them kind of settings, and also they're going to look at people who quit, people who go AFK, people who keep the game hostage, and introduce a surrender mechanic for both sides, which is much needed as well. And then in July, they're going on to improve anti-slugging, anti-tunneling, anti-camping. They're changing MMR. They're looking at maps and keys. And they're also going to introduce keyboard and mouse support for consoles, which I'm surprised isn't already in there, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
But there is a ton, and I mean a ton, of things coming. And it all begins in April. And I think this is a much needed update, a much needed, to be honest, from the game. What it does do, however, it does delay all upcoming chapters and events because they're not going to be releasing any of them until they finish this. And this is going to go on for the rest of the year. So yeah, while Dead by Daylight gets no more new content, features, mechanics are going to change over the next months. Exciting.
Then next we have Dynasty Warriors. And it got a big milestone, 1 million copies sold of the new game. The new game released on February 14th and already 1 million downloads. Copies sold in 1 week. Dynasty Warriors Origins is a large-scale combat fighter where you fight against big armies with your army, and you're as strong as fuck, so you can easily take out 50, 60 enemies at once. It's set during the time of the Three Kingdom periods in China, and you're a young material artist and in the conflict. The game is out on PS4, PS5, Xbox Series, and PC. And you can play the demo for free on Steam, which already got 2 million downloads. So, pretty amazing milestone for the game. Much better than all the previous Dynasty Warrior games, which were such a big of the success.
Yeah, I mean, Dynasty Warriors Origins has had a good success. And to be honest, I didn't realize how big Dynasty Warriors is. My girlfriend doesn't play games. She's not a gamer. She's never had a console or anything like that. And I asked her if she used to play games when she was a kid. And the only game she could think of was one where you had like a massive spear and you fought loads of enemies at once. And it turned out it was Dynasty Warriors. So that's the only game she could remember playing as a kid. Dynasty Warriors. Of all the games in the 90s that you could have played, it was that she remembered. We had Dynasty Warriors Origins. It's been a while since I've been on the series. I have not played it for a couple of decades. But yeah, this one has hit 1 million downloads, so good for them. Next up, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 breaks barriers as well. 2 million plus units sold already. I mean, this was a massive release a couple of weeks ago. It was one I was looking forward to. It's one of my probably one of my most highly anticipated releases of this year. I loved the first game, couldn't get enough of it. Second one's out, and yeah, it's hit 2 million copies sold already, which is a major triumph for the developer, major success story. Yeah, so if you like your medieval warfare and you like some hardcore combat, because combat is very unforgiving in these, check it out. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, out on PS5, Xbox Series X, and of course, see.
Then we have major news about Pokemon Go, the game on the mobile phone we all know, where you catch the Pokemon, and the developer Niantic is ready to sell the game for $3.5 billion to a Saudi Arabian company called Scopely. It's a insanely priced for the game. It's an insanely good deal, but I'm not sure if I'm happy about it, and if I would still play the game then, if it's in the hands of other guys, and I'm not sure if it's needed strategically, because the game still makes a lot of money. Still, there are hundreds of thousands of players every month. I'm not sure if the game needs to be sold. What do you think about it?
Yeah, I mean, Pokemon Go is, I think they called it the most profitable augmented reality app ever. Of course, they've gotten a lot of user data from it and improved their what they call large geospatial model. So that's what they want to focus on. So they want to sell Pokemon Go and their other games, yeah, to Scopely, who is owned by a Saudi Arabian group who own Scrabble Go, Monopoly Go. They love their goals. And looks like they're going to take Pokemon Go. We don't know for sure, but the deal might come in the next couple of weeks. But yeah, this would be a major thing for the game, and you know, taking a successful game like this away from the original developers is always interesting to see where it goes after that. And with the Pokemon Pokemon Presents thing coming soon, I think is it next week or the week after, something like that. Yeah, we could hear about the deal very, very shortly. In other major news, Team Fortress 2 SDK, that's the software development kit, is fully released by Valve. That means players or modders can now create their own stories, create their own content, even create games out of their development tools. So yeah, Team Fortress 2 has gone mainstream, and it's interesting because Team Fortress 2 has been out for decades now, and it's still one of the most beloved games on Steam. Still played by a lot of people. Yeah, releasing the SDK kit is interesting because yeah, it's clear that Valve want to create something for players and give them more tools to create the items and things what they want. The one thing Valve has said though is that anything created has to be free for players. You're not going to be able to create something with the SDK and sell it on. They do want it free. But yeah, Team Fortress 2 still maintains 50,000 concurrent players daily, which is a massive number of people to play a game this old. Yeah, that's an interesting one. I just thought it was a bit left field by Valve, but good for them. For gamers, that's what Valve are.
And then next we have maybe release year for Elder Scrolls 6. Maybe we don't have to wait many more years, just a few. There was a Make-A-Wish charity auction from Bethesda where they offered sick children and sick people to get into the game as an NPC, which I think is a pretty nice thing. If you're a fan of the Elder Scrolls series or RPGs in general, and you get the opportunity to become an NPC and live in it forever, I think it's a pretty nice gesture. So you're still existing somewhere in the internet, so everybody can see your character, and maybe you can have a nice mission or anything like that. And we have a predicted release date of 2027. Yeah, 2 more years, but we're already waiting 7 years. So the trailer we got the official announcement teaser for Elder Scrolls 6 2018. It's such a long time. I've seen the announcement teaser and I thought, please, I want to play it so badly. And yeah, I'm waiting 7 years now. So I can wait 2 more.
Yeah, I'm massively waiting for this game as well. I love the Elder Scrolls games. I didn't play Skyrim, didn't like Skyrim. All the other ones I played a lot of, so I'm looking forward to this one as well. But yeah, if the rumors are true, it's going to be out in 2027, which is a long time to come. But I mean, imagine if this year we had GTA 6, Elder Scrolls 6, and also Half-Life 3.
Oh, it would be amazing. It would be the
Exactly.
biggest here in the century, probably.
Yeah, because obviously Half-Life 3 may be coming out this year as well. Who knows? But yeah, Elder Scrolls 6. You're right, though. Ended pre-production in 2018. Still going on now. It's been, what, 14 years already since Skyrim. That's a long, long time to wait for a massively popular series like Elder Scrolls.
Yeah.
Because it is a massive thing as well. It's one of Bethesda's babies, and yeah, of course they're also developing the next Fallout game already as well. So a couple of years ahead for them. But just shows we're all getting older. These games are it's taking a while. Big news as well. Surprising news. Delta Force Black Hawk Down campaign is free. It's out today. It's already out. You can download it right now. Jump in. It is co-op from start to finish. And of course, this is a faithful reboot, the classic 2001 movie, so it kind of follows the events of that. And also the 2003's Delta Force Black Hawk Down. This has been highly anticipated since the game was announced. I'm surprised it didn't come with the game. It was always going to be paid DLC. The developers always said you were going to have to pay extra for it, while the multiplayer is free. However, in a surprising twist a couple of days ago, Team J did announce that the Black Hawk Down campaign is going to be free after all. So yeah, massive news. And like I said, you can download and play that right now. Definitely worth your time. Check it out. I can't wait to be playing it. I think I'm going to be playing it with a friend tomorrow.
Oh.
Can't wait.
The next we have Palworld, the game which had many trouble beginning last year with Pokemon, and it reached 32 million sales across all platforms. That's pretty good. I remember January 2024, it had 2 million players at the same time. It was insane. One of the biggest games at the time. Yeah, you can tame your pals, you can fight with them, let them work for you in your fabrics at very, very good conditions. Give them weapons, fight with them. Amazing system. If you like games like that, it's pretty fun. I think it's still in early access, if I'm correct. So they add content every month for the game, and it's definitely worth it. Fan of Pokemon and exploring an open world with many combat mechanics. It's a good game.
It goes to show how well Pokemon would do if it actually came out on other platforms. It would be a killer. It would.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, Palworld, 32 million players. Impressive. Good job, them. And it's still in early access, which is crazy.
No.
Next up, we have Monster Train 2. I don't know if you played the first one, Killian, but I really enjoyed it.
I haven't.
Really good game. I'm pretty sure it's from the same people who did Slay the Spire. Yeah, Monster Hunter Train is one of those addictive roguelike, deck building games. And on this one, you're obviously on a train, you're defeating monsters, you're going through hell. And yeah, you're just trying to get through each run by unlocking more impressive cards and building the perfect deck. I was a big fan of it, so I'm looking forward to Monster Train 2. I really am. Yeah, that's going to be it's announced. Of course, it's coming soon. They've got no release date at the moment. It's going to be on Xbox, PlayStation, PC, and Switch. But you can look at pre-ordering Monster Train 2 soon when they release date. We just don't know when that is. But I believe the Steam demo is available to play right now. So check that out.
And then we have Warhammer 40k World Trader, which joined the Xbox Game Pass right now. It's a game in the Warhammer 40k universe, a tactical RPG, where you have to command your troops in turn-based combat system. a pretty fun game. And I think, in my opinion, didn't play it, but watched a few videos about it. And it's right now in the Xbox Game Pass. You can test it out for free if you own the Game Pass or just buy it for a few bucks. So everyone test it right now in the Xbox Game Pass.
Yeah, this is one of the more interesting Warhammer 40k games. Of course, there's been a massive influx of 40k games in the last 4 or 5 years. In tons, most of them have been absolutely terrible. This one's more XCOM slash Baldur's Gate 3. I mean, don't expect Baldur's Gate 3 level of customization or story or options, but it is still a fun game. And like I said, if you're massive into Warhammer, which I think everyone is right now, Rogue Trader is a good game, and you can play it for no extra cost with the Xbox Game Pass. So overall, a win. And big news for Killian in particular. Riot developing League of Legends MMO. They're still at it. They announced it quite a long time ago, in 2020. And no one's heard anything since. From last year they decided to hit the reset button. I don't know what that means exactly, whether they completely abandoned it and have started from scratch. Assuming Riot gets enough money to do that. But the game is still in development. It is still going ahead. We just have no idea when it's going to come or what it will feature. I don't know if you got any more ideas on it, Killian, or you heard anything?
No, there aren't any informations yet, but I will probably have the league champions in a world as an MMO. Not sure. I will play it for sure when it releases.
And is there anything you want to see in it in particular, or?
Oh, yeah, the world of League is big. We have many regions, so yeah. I want to see many places. I
imagine I imagine the league champions will just be NPCs that you interact with.
Yeah, probably. It will be something, some new one, maybe a few new characters you can play which aren't in the game as playable characters, and the league champions are in their areas, and you can talk with them. Maybe they will focus on the war or anything. We will see.
Well, it will be interesting to see if they tie in with not just like the universe and the characters and the story, I guess, of LoL, but if they, like how some, well, all MMOs have PvP arenas. If the PvP arena in this MMO is just a League of Legends match, just defeat the towers and get to the middle. That'd be interesting.
That would be funny, yeah.
And I assume it'll be free to play when it comes out eventually. Well, because everything Riot does is pretty much free to play.
Yeah.
I think Valorant is free to play as well, isn't it?
Yeah, everything's free.
Yeah, so Riot basically just trying to copy Blizzard, but they're always like 10, 15 years later. But yeah, no, it's going to be a big game. It's going to be a massive release, but it is still in development. So anyone who'd forgotten about it, well, you just had your reminder. Keep an eye out. More major news. Dune Awakening. The release date. Finally have it. It was announced yesterday in a premiere trailer. And yeah, it's coming on May 20th, 2025. And I am super looking forward to it. I am looking for a new MMO to play. The game is unfortunately not free. You are going to have to pre-order it. Pre-orders haven't started yet, but it will be $49.99, which is quite expensive for an MMO, if I'm honest. I mean, they tend to be free. Yeah, this has got a lot of people excited, and rightly so, because it's an MMO in the Dune universe. But yeah, on PC, May 20th, 2025. Wow.
Are you a fan of the Dune universe in general?
Yeah, I mean, I was playing a lot of Dune Imperium, which is the card game they released. It's a physical card game, and they released the digital version last year. I played a lot of that, and I actually really enjoyed it. Pretty good. The films are really good as well. The books are incredible. Yeah, Dune is big, and I'm glad to see with a nice resurgence in the last couple of years. But the MMO is, for me, it's coming along pretty soon, to be honest. It makes sense that they're taking advantage of the films and of other games, because the franchise is just, like I was talking about Warhammer, where you just get tons of Warhammer stuff. You're getting tons of Dune stuff now.
No.
So hopefully it doesn't get oversaturated. It doesn't get like diluted a little bit. And hopefully do it justice. But yeah, Dune Awakening. The thing about MMOs is they all try and be a clone of something, or the reason I think New World failed, multiple reasons, is one, you had to pay for the game, and two, it had no end game content. Now, Dune Awakening, you do have to pay for the game, but what's the end game like? Because people will blitz it for the first couple of weeks, get to the end, and then just get bored immediately.
Yeah.
So you need to keep them happy. And of course, when a game's just released, overall, it's not going to have the content that things like WoW has, because WoW's been out for coming up to over 2 decades. So it's never going to have the amount of content that has.
Yeah.
But they have to do something to keep people on side for a long time, particularly if you have to pay for it. But yeah, Dune Awakening. That all the gaming news of this week. Well, I got through that pretty quick. There's quite a lot.
Oh,
that's quite good. And that takes us
better.
onto the deals. Ninja 5.0. Killian, what do you know Ninja 5.0? You ever heard of it before?
I never heard about it before. It's a game which releases February 25 in 4 days. It's a 2D fighter which looks like it's 20 years old.
It is 20 years old.
Yeah, it is.
I think it's a remaster. But it is an old game finally out. And yeah, it definitely, I don't know if it appeals to the generation of today, but to my generation, it definitely appeals. I remember games like this. They're all of them being like this. Kind of reminds me of a lot of the Shinobi games. But yeah, Ninja 5.0 comes out on the 25th of February, which is only a few days away. And yeah, looking forward to that one, to be honest with you. It'll be fun. I think it will be fun, and it's coming out on PC, PlayStation, and Switch. All right, then, Kieran, what about golf? Do you know anything about golf?
I don't know much about golf. I played last week. I was with my girlfriend and some friends playing Top Golf in Oberhausen in Germany, where you just have to hit the ball. It's pretty fun.
That's the driving range, right?
Yeah, exactly, the driving range.
We have a Top Golf near me. They're everywhere.
Yeah. It's nice, it was fun, but never played actual golf where you have to be precisely.
Yeah.
But we have PGA Tour 2K25, the next golf game, which will release it on February 28th. And you can download the first look demo on Steam right now for free before buying the actual game, but it won't be that much different than the last one.
Well, I like these sports games, isn't it? I mean, this one's it's got improved mechanics, it says, and they've added a new major tournaments into the game. And I really enjoyed the golf games, to be honest. I've been playing them for decades, the PGA Tour ones, and I do enjoy them. Yeah, they don't change from year to year that much, but they're quite addictive, to be honest, because you have to be really precise with your swing and your putting and stuff. So it does take a lot of skill to play these games. So I do admire anyone who's really good at them. But yeah, the 2K games, they are what they are. If you feel they're the same every year, why does it? Because if you want the latest one, you're going to buy it regardless. But yeah, it's coming out again. That's coming out on PS5, Xbox Series X, and PC, like Killian said, on the 28th. And that takes us nicely to Monster Hunter Wilds, the game I am looking forward to the most next week. I haven't pre-ordered it yet, but I plan to. I plan to be getting it day one. Of course, it's Capcom. Their Monster Hunter series is massive. I don't know how many games they've got now in the main line. But yeah, you hunt monsters, you track them down, you kill them, you harvest them, you build new weapons, build new parts. You can do it co-op as well. Yeah, well, what's more to said, really? I mean, if you've played a Monster Hunter game or you've seen a game in this genre, you know exactly what you're going to get from it. And this is out next week as well. It's out on the 28th, which I believe is Friday. PS5, Xbox Series X, and PC. Are you getting it, Killing? You're getting Monster Hunter Wilds?
I played the demo. I probably will get it, but not at the release. We'll wait a few weeks and see how the game really is.
Wasn't the demo disaster?
The demo was a disaster for me. It wasn't playable, so that's why I wait.
Yeah,
I played the first playtest I played.
Yeah.
It was terrible.
I've heard the demo was for everyone.
Yeah, very many bugs, lags, everything. Not enjoyable at that game state. So that's why we wait a bit.
Well, that's why.
But I like the new mechanic. Yeah,
that's why you have tests. Get it right.
Yeah, but I like the new mechanics with the animal you can ride. and the new bugs, bug types. That was fun to play with.
Did you play the last ones? Did you play World and?
I played Worlds and I think a few hours of how's the game called? The last one was Rise, Monster Hunter Rise. Rise, I just played a few hours and I played much Monster Hunter Worlds.
I played a lot of World. Couldn't get into Rise really. I tried, but I guess maybe I was playing it because I was playing solo. I don't know. Definitely, definitely a franchise better with friends, isn't it? Monster Hunter.
Yeah.
You're definitely gonna have more fun. I mean, I guess that's the same with any game, but particularly games like this where you're just tracking monsters, killing them over and over again, you definitely need friends to play with. But yeah, that's the releases for next week. And I think that's everything. Have you got anything to add, Killian? Anything you want to say?
I know. I think we got everything covered.
Yeah, I think we got everything as well. But yeah, that's it. Thank you very much as always. Hit the like button if you can. Thanks for watching. From me, thank you very much. And yeah, see you soon. Killian, anything you want to say before we go?
If there's a League of Legends MMO, play it. My last words.
There you go. Play League of Legends MMO. Bye bye.
Bye bye.